Welcome back to Echoes of America, where we uncover the untold secrets of ancient America. Today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and controversial topics of all: hidden languages, forgotten scripts, and symbol systems that may point to a deeper level of communication among ancient American cultures. Were there ancient Americans writing things down in ways we haven't fully recognized? The evidence might surprise you. Symbols are everywhere in the ancient American landscape, carved into rock faces, painted on canyon walls, etched into bone, shell, and copper. But were they just art, or were they a kind of language? Across North America, indigenous peoples used visual storytelling to encode history, myth, and knowledge. From the zigzag lightning bolts of the Southwest to the spirals and suns of the East, these images weren't random. They were systems of meaning, and perhaps even the beginnings of written language. Let's start with petroglyphs, rock carvings that dot canyon walls across the West. At places like Newspaper Rock in Utah or the Peterborough petroglyphs in Ontario, we find entire panels of recurring shapes, humanoid figures, and animals. Are these spiritual markings, celestial calendars, territorial warnings? Some of them appear in places hundreds of miles apart. Was there a shared symbolic vocabulary across cultures, or multiple systems evolving in parallel? Then there are pictographs, painted images, red ochre hands, white deities, green serpents. They're fading, but they're speaking. The Iroquois Confederacy used wampum belts, intricate arrangements of beads woven into meaningful patterns. Each belt told a story. Some represented treaties, others encoded laws. These weren't just decorative. They were mnemonic devices, visual memory systems that helped leaders recite long oral histories with precision. Could this have been a form of proto-writing? Scholars debate it, but if each color, pattern, and bead arrangement held consistent meanings, isn't that what language does? In the Northeast, the Micmac people used a system of symbols resembling Egyptian hieroglyphs. Missionaries in the 1600s were shocked to discover that some Micmac could read prayers and religious texts through a symbolic script. Was this taught by Europeans, or was it based on an older indigenous system that predated contact? The debate continues, but some argue it represents one of the clearest cases of native North American script. Further south in the Americas, the Inca used quipu, knotted cords that held numerical and perhaps phonetic data. While not directly connected to North American cultures, some scholars have suggested that systems of symbolic encoding might have migrated or developed in parallel. Could North America have had its own lost system of knots, carvings, or chord records? Could shell arrangements, feather combinations, or woven belts have been more than ornamental? Archaeological controversies fuel much of the mystery. The Bat Creek stone, found in Tennessee, contains symbols that resemble ancient Hebrew. The Davenport tablets, uncovered in Iowa, include what look like Mediterranean scripts. Mainstream scholars call these hoaxes, planted by 19th-century enthusiasts. But others argue that dismissing these artifacts too quickly shuts the door on the possibility of pre-Columbian contact or unknown symbolic traditions. What if language wasn't just carved or painted? What if it was built? Some mound structures, like the Newark earthworks in Ohio, encode lunar cycles with astonishing precision. Others align with solstices or constellation paths. Were these massive constructions functioning as cosmic texts, messages written in land, readable only from the sky? Many native cultures insist that writing existed in their traditions, not in the Western sense, but as encoded memory, passed through story, dance, image, and symbol. A turtle shell might represent time. A feather might mark rank. A spiral might signal a journey. When viewed through a Western lens, it's easy to miss the depth of these systems. But if you step into the world view that birthed them, suddenly, they're not decoration, they're documentation. So was there a lost written language in ancient America? Maybe not in the form of ink on paper, but through stone, bead, paint, and structure. These ancient peoples may have left us messages we're only beginning to decipher. The question is, are we ready to listen? Subscribe to Echoes of America for more untold secrets of ancient America, and keep exploring the silent voices of the past still whispering beneath our feet.